All right, problem 3-32 says simplify each of the following expressions, leaving only positive exponents in your answer. All right, here we go. So we're looking at letter A. We have, I'm going to rewrite it a little bit bigger here. Got x to the third power, y to the negative second power, and it's being raised to the negative fourth power. So it's like a monomial. There is no addition or subtraction in here, in which case that means each of these terms is being raised to the negative fourth power. And when we raise an exponent to another power, the rule is basically that we multiply them. This is like saying x to the third raised to the negative fourth power times y to the negative second raised to the negative fourth power also. So when we take x to the third and we raise it to the negative fourth power, that's the same thing as saying x to the negative 12th power. We multiply 3 times negative 4. For our y, we're going to have y to the negative 2 raised to the negative fourth. Well, negative 2 times negative 4 is going to give us 8. So we have y to the positive 8th power. We still have the negative here, but remember when we are trying to change our exponents from positive to negative, x to the negative 12th over 1 times y to the 8th over 1. We're not changing this one, but this is the same thing as 1 over x to the positive 12th times y to the 8th over 1. And when we simplify that expression, put it back together, we're going to have y to the 8th power over x to the 12th power. And that will be the simplified answer here for part A. If you're not sure if it's right or not, take a value, probably besides 0 or 1, put in like 2 for x and 3 for y in here. Type it in your calculator if you need to, see what value you get, and then take it and do the same thing with the original problem. You should get the same answer. Let's look now at our letter B here. We've got negative 3x squared times this binomial here. So we're looking at saying here, when we take this and we multiply it times the 6xy, then we're going to have to take it and multiply it times all of this. So what we see here is we've got negative 3x squared times 6xy, and we're subtracting our 2x to the third y squared z but this is also being multiplied times negative 3x squared. We're multiplying this times each of them. Now I put it in the front on this one, and I put it in the back on this one, but it still means the same thing. I left the negative off here, okay, but it's still like it's being taken away. Let's simplify this. Negative 3 times 6 is going to be negative 18. X squared times x is x to the third. And then we don't have another y, so this would just still be just y here. Now we're taking away, it's depending on how you look at it, negative 3 times 2 would be negative 6. X to the third times x squared would be x to the fifth. We've got y squared times nothing and z times nothing, or times 1 I should say. So we've got y squared, z at the end. But when you're subtracting a negative, it's the same as adding a positive. So we now have negative 18 x to the third y plus 6 x to the fifth y squared z. And that should be your final answer for this problem here. We have no negative exponents. So negative 18 x to the third y plus 6x to the 5th y squared z. Those two terms are not like terms, can't combine them any further. All right, that's it for problem 3-32. This is something that we need a lot of practice on, so if you're not understanding, you need to make sure you're stepping up and asking questions. There's no excuse not to ask if you don't know or don't understand. Thanks for watching.